Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a significant development in international diplomacy that has a lot of people talking. We're looking at a recent decision by the Republic of Mali that directly impacts travel for American citizens. So, what exactly is happening? Let's break it down. Mali has officially announced that it will be applying the principle of reciprocity in its visa policy towards the United States. This move comes as a direct response to a bond program that the United States recently established for certain visa applicants from Mali. Now, in a classic, what's good for the goose is good for the gander scenario, Mali is implementing a similar requirement for Americans. Here's the core of the new policy. From now on, any American citizen who wants to obtain a visa to enter Mali will be required to pay a mandatory bond. The amount is quite substantial, ranging from $5,000 to $10,000 US. That's roughly equivalent to 3 to 6 million CFA francs. This payment must be made before the visa is issued. It's not a visa fee. It's a refundable bond, similar in concept to the one implemented by the US. An important detail to note is the scope of this measure. It applies to all holders of an American passport, regardless of where in the world they are applying for their Malian visa, whether you're in New York, Paris, or Dubai. If you have a U.S. passport and need a visa for Mali, this new bond requirement will apply to you. This ensures the policy is applied uniformly across all Malian diplomatic missions worldwide. Now, let's talk about the why. Why did Mali take this step? The answer lies in the principle of reciprocity. In international relations, reciprocity is a fundamental concept. It essentially means that countries treat each other in a similar manner. If one country imposes a certain restriction or requirement on another's citizens, the other country has the right to respond in kind. This ensures a level playing field and mutual respect between sovereign nations. The Malian government's communication on this matter has been clear. They see this as a matter of national dignity and sovereignty. By mirroring the U.S. policy, they are sending a message that their citizens should be treated with the same consideration as citizens of any other nation. It's a statement that says, "We will treat your citizens exactly as you treat ours." This isn't an aggressive act, but rather a standard diplomatic response aimed at establishing parity. This situation actually sheds light on a broader U.S. policy that many people might not be aware of. The Visa Bond Program wasn't just for Mali. In late 2020, the U.S. introduced a pilot program that required citizens from several countries, many of which were in Africa, to pay a bond of up to $15,000 for certain types of visas. The stated reason was to discourage visa overstays, where an individual remains in the U.S. after their visa has expired. However, this policy was met with criticism. Many saw it as unfairly targeting specific nationalities and creating a significant financial barrier for legitimate travelers, students, and business people. The policy was later rescinded by the new U.S. administration, but the fact that it was implemented at all created a precedent. Mali's response, while coming after the U.S. program was paused, is a clear reaction to that initial policy. It's a way of saying, we haven't forgotten, and we are prepared to act to ensure our sovereignty is respected. So, what does this mean for the average American traveler? If you were planning a trip to Mali to explore its rich history, the legendary city of Timbuktu, or its vibrant music scene, you'll now need to factor in this significant bond requirement. It will undoubtedly make travel to Mali more complicated and expensive for U.S. citizens. The bond is supposed to be refundable, likely after you have departed the country without issue, but it's still a large sum of money to put up front. This could have an impact on tourism, business travel, and even academic or cultural exchanges between the two nations. Small tour operators, researchers, or individuals visiting family will feel the financial strain of this new requirement the most. It highlights how diplomatic decisions made at the highest levels can have very real and immediate consequences for ordinary people. Looking at the bigger picture, this isn't just about Mali and the United States. It's a story about the evolving dynamics between African nations and the wider world. There's a growing sentiment across the continent for nations to assert their sovereignty and demand equal footing in international affairs. Mali's action is being seen by many as a bold step in this direction. The statement accompanying the announcement, emphasizing that the dignity of Africa will be preserved, resonates deeply with this sentiment. It reflects a broader trend of African countries taking more assertive stances on the global stage, whether in trade negotiations, security partnerships, or, as in this case, diplomatic protocols. They are moving away from being passive recipients of policy and are becoming active shapers of their international relationships. This is a powerful shift that is redefining traditional geopolitical dynamics. This development also serves as a reminder that diplomacy is a two-way street. Actions have consequences, and policies, even if temporary, can leave a lasting impact on bilateral relations. It will be interesting to see how the U.S. Department of State responds, if at all. Will it lead to dialogue between the two countries to find a mutual resolution, or will this reciprocal policy remain in place for the foreseeable future? For now, the situation is clear. U.S. passport holders must be prepared to pay the bond if they wish to travel to Mali. We will be keeping a close eye on this story and will bring you any updates as they happen. It's a fascinating case study in modern diplomacy, sovereignty, and the principle of reciprocity. It shows that in today's interconnected world, a policy decision made in one capital can create ripples that are felt thousands of miles away. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think Mali's decision is a fair and justified application of reciprocity? Or do you think it will unnecessarily harm relations and hinder travel? Let me know your opinions in the comments section below. I'm really curious to hear different perspectives on this. Thank you so much for tuning in today to explore this important topic with me. If you found this video informative and want to stay updated on global affairs, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you won't miss any of our future content. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Thank you, Africa, Mama Africa. Oh, yeah. You make Africa great. Thank you, freedom. Thank you, Africa.